Hello and welcome to Dees20Stitches. I'm Dee, my pronouns are they, them. Welcome to my Flosstube channel. This is going to be the last Flosstube of the year of 2021. Almost said 2020. And I'm gonna make it a real teensy weensy one because I don't have a lot actually going on. I mean, there's a lot going on in my life and probably in yours. Let's face it. So let's do a real short one. Let's catch up. I've got some, since this is a channel about cross stitching and also a little bit of education, we've got some finishes, we've got some works in progress. I've got some nice treats for you, which is me. I'm the treat. Sorry. And it's, you might be able to hear, we have the oh, it stopped. Is it gonna go again? We have the washing machine going off in the background because it's winter vacation. I'm off school, but things are going buck wild. Things are, you feel it coming. So, you know, there's an elephant in the room is what I'm trying to say. The elephant is named COVID 2022 and we're getting ready to hunker down is what I'm saying. But I gotta do this. I gotta do this first. Gotta do this one thing. You ready? Let's do it. Okay? I promise it'll be fun. I've got some finishes for you and I'm very happy with these finishes. Let's do it. So this is, look. Oh, first of all, oh, I didn't mention this. I got a haircut, makes me feel real good. I got new glasses. These are like, I feel like these are the style of a kid from the Goonies would wear. Or like a kid from, what's that baseball movie? The Sandlot? Or like a 1970s Vietnam War reporter. That's the look I was going for this. Anyway, I like my new look. It's giving me a lot of gender euphoria. By that I mean, it makes me feel seen the way I want to be seen. So it makes, I wanted to talk about it because I do have a finish, but let me talk about me first. I got a new pair of glasses. And I was so happy with them. Like, there's a mirror back behind here and I'm just looking at myself. I'm like, yeah, I love it. And I got a new pair and no one said anything. Does that mean no one likes my glasses? Like, I went to work. I was expecting some comments, good or bad or neutral. I was expecting something from like a friend. Anyway, I like them. This is my finish. Happy shitscram. This is a stitch I started last year. And this is how I finished it. I've got some gingham on the back. I've got some carpet stuff going on the side. I bought this is just random, whatever. I bought from Fabricana or Fabrics Land. I got a cute little bow. This is from Michael's. Little hangy thing. And this is called Vintage Santa. It's from a stitcher I no longer buy from because after I bought this, they started putting up Harry Potter items. And if you know me and my trans struggle, I don't have time for that. Actually, if you want to know more, in my Instagram right now, I did a whole big series of stories about Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, and transphobia, and how those three mush together. It's in my stories, it's in my highlights, so you can, I'll have my link below. You can go and, like, I don't have to talk about it now. You can just go and get educated from a trans person who cares about trans rights. From me. Anyway, I don't buy from them anymore. But I did finish this pattern because it's a fine pattern. It's cute. Vintage. This is going to be for my aunt. She's coming over in a couple hours, so I needed to film before, you know, before she came over. This is 25 count. I hand dyed it myself. And it's 1/1, of course. Again, these patterns, if they weren't 1/1, they'd be huge. That'd be so big. There's some color substitutions. Oh, he's so cute. He's riding that little candy cane like a little horse. I love it. I love how all vintage Santas are a little gay. You get his vibes. I'm riding a little candy cane. You kidding me? Anyway, wow. Okay, that's finish number 1. I started that in December 1st, 2020. Finished it now. It was going to be a Christmas present last year. It's a Christmas present now. Journey solved. Speaking of Christmas present, this is another Christmas present that I actually started and finished this year. This is Scattered Seed Samplers, A Token of Spring. Oh, it's so nice! This is only, let's call it 3/4 of it. There's actually another motif that's supposed to be here. But if I did that, it would be too long. It's supposed to be finished like a drum. But I wanted to make it a little bag. I did! I made it a little bag! So, this is more custom. It's custom for my mom. Born in 54. We got her initials. I made the birds pink. They're supposed to be brown. Because I wanted it to match the inside. That's lewd. Oh. Anyway, I want you to see the inside. Gorgeous. And the back. Wait. Right? I did this. I did this on purpose. It looks so good. I did it on purpose. This is the first time I made a bag like this, and it was nerve-wracking. I will not lie to you. It was nerve-wracking. I will actually put the video I used down below, and I do recommend it. But you do have to trust the process, and there is going to be a step where she's like, "Okay, put the zipper this way," and you're like, "Which way?" And you have to, like, I had to take a pause to really figure it out. Really, like, galaxy brain how to put this thing together. I would recommend not doing what I did and make a bag with, if you've never made a bag before, I first of all recommend it. It is a great way to finish your pieces. It's just, if you don't want to put stuff on your wall and you have a big box full of finishes that are just laying underneath your bed and you do want to do something with them, make them a tote or make them a little bag. But if you are going to make them a tote, make them a little bag. What I would do is practice. Don't do as I do. Practice with like some spare pieces of fabric so you understand how the bag, like you really grok how the bag works. Because I'll tell you, there was a couple steps where I'm like, is this going to be upside down? Did I do this correctly? I had to pause the video a couple times, but it's beautiful. Like, I can't stop looking at it. I'm gonna make so many little bags. I'm gonna make so many little bags. You can put so many things in them. This is gonna be for my mom. She has her knitting, like, ring. I don't know. What do you need when you knit? Needles? Can't fit a needle in here. I should have made it longer. What do you use when you knit? Those little hoops, little markers. She puts those in a little plastic bag, and now, you gotta have it cute. I started this on Betsy Klager's birthday this year for hashtag Betsy is old Sal. She's so old. I'm a millennial. I can call people old now. If you're 60, I guess you're not a Gen Xer. You're 1 degree above, I guess oh, Betsy, are you a boomer? I love you though. I love you. I love my boomers. See, like, look, my mom's a boomer, love her. Look, I made this bag for her. This bag is actually inspired by another purchase, and I'll show you my extra purchase. I ordered a bag to go with this from Jasmine Custom Bags, Jen, on Instagram. I'll link, of course, link her below. Jen is a doll, and I've never had, like, in terms of ordering stuff online, she has been the smoothest and most communicative of them all, and the work is gorgeous. So she made me a bag, a bigger knitting bag to give to mom that I'm gonna put this with, and it's gonna be so cute. That bag is wrapped, it's upstairs, it's gorgeous. I did take a picture. I'll put that picture on my Instagram because it's just, I want one. So if you have a mom and you love your mom enough to get her a beautiful bag, I would recommend Jen's. And also get a bag yourself. Okay, let's talk about, so my whole situation was just working on these two things frantically because we're probably leaving tomorrow. Fingers crossed the border doesn't close down. I was working frantically on these two things all month just to make sure I get them done for presents. The other two things that I was, oh God, that was me crossing my legs. I should not make that much noise. The other thing I was working on, if you saw my parade, my whip parade, you'll know, oh, that goes this way. This is my birthday start. Flip D the bird Sal. This is on 40 count, Zweigart something. And this is Gerald. So I finished just this little, I got the little tail. So I did have a little birthday Sal, and it was Flip D the bird Sal, because when you're gonna, I gotta say though, I watched Sebastian Dees20Stitching, and he flipped me the bird with such style. It was just so beautiful. And I asked you to start or stitch on a bird and flip me a bird. This is my Gerald bird bag. And well, a lot of people stitched birds, and it was so nice, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate being flipped birds. I loved it a lot. Thank you very much. It really meant a lot to me. It's been tough for a Sagittarius lately. Because A, we can't travel, and B, we can't be around people because of COVID. And so we're slowly going out of our gourds because we can't do the things we were meant to do. I think it's the 20th now, so it's almost the end of Sagittarius season. My rule is my birthday goes all Sagittarius season. So if you want to flip me a bird, flip me the bird. Do it. I like it, I promise. You have my consent. So I worked on that. There goes my dog. Yep, there he goes. It's fine. Is my camera gonna He's fine. I don't want to edit. I just want to get this done. He's fine. It's good. Still going. Let me give you a Timbit update. He's a good boy. He's still barking. It's fine. It's good. It's good. We're gonna go. We're doing it. He's fine. Is there someone breaking into my house? Probably. This is my other whip. No, he's still going. Okay. Yep. We're calling it. He's fine. He was fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's just a little dog in a big world, and I forget sometimes that he's so little. Today, he's very scared because the vacuum cleaner, his arch enemy, is upstairs, and he does not like that. He can hear it, does not like it. Also, there was a squirrel outside on the deck, did not like that. There's a lot of things he hates. And they were all going on at once. So, you know what? Give him his favorite bone, put him in his crate, put a little blankie over top of him. He's fine. Crate train your dogs, friends. Cannot stress this enough. Where was I? Yes. Blech. I didn't want to end it today. I'm stitching from this book. I think it's on Etsy. They're Stitch-Rova. I say that a lot and I never check. And this is the one I'm stitching. I love that little Marlin. He's like, hi, hi. He's cute. This is it. Of course, I'm stitching. No, we're not. Oh, there we are. I'm stitching 1 over 1, of course. This might be 18 count, 20 count, maybe. The colors are really blown out. There we are. That's a little bit better. Here, I'm in a pickle, friends. I'm in a real humdinger of a situation because apparently during the pandemic, my friends who are very fertile apparently have decided to have babies, and I made a cross-stitch stuffy for one of my friend's babies. The little turtle, if you haven't seen, that's back in episode 1. And so I decided, well, whenever someone has a baby in my life, and I like them enough, not the baby, the people. I've never met the baby. The baby's still being processed. If I like the people enough, I'll stitch a piece. And then during pandemic, everyone's having babies because I guess you do have a lot of sex during the pandemic. Like, because what else? If you have a partner and the two of you are into it, you just go for it. Like, you got the time, right? So people are doing it and then also deciding, well, let's do it and also make a baby. I don't get it personally. I don't get it. I'm not a baby person. I'll be an unkie, love an unkie, but not a baby. I'm too much of a baby myself. I think that's it. I like to be fed and held and cry. I like to cry a lot and not sleep. Anyway, I made the turtle for one of my very good friends. They had a baby in the summer. My brother-in-law and his wife are having a baby in January. This is going to be for them, the baby. I'm gonna make it the finish. You You thought the turtle was cute, this finish, oh, it's gonna be. So this. Now here's the thing. This is a lot of color changes. So it's taking me a while. And I had to finish the 2 presents. So the time I need to do this is becoming shorter and shorter. Baby's coming. Baby may be here before Christmas. Then, a couple that I know, one of the people, I know her through burlesque, and her partner are expecting twins. 2 of them. So I have to make, I have to. It's because I started this like thinking, I'll give it. We're in our mid-30s. People should be done having babies. I should be done. My obligation. I didn't think I'd get myself into this, but pandemic has told people, hey, you bored? Want a baby? Want to make a baby? Anyway, so I have 2 more planned. That's in my plans. See, I complain, but I'm really excited about how to stitch and finish these. They're going to be adorable. So I have twins coming. I have that one. I have the fishies. I have another pattern. I'll show you next time. Twins. They are coming in. Well, their baby showers in mid-January. That's probably not going to happen anymore because BC said, hey, don't get together, please. More than 10 people? No, thank you. So that's, pandemic has bought me some time on those 2 items. And then I have a friend who's having a baby in March as well. Whoa, sorry. It sounds like my husband's vacuuming. It sounds like he sucked up something up there. He shouldn't have. Anyway, that's a lot of babies. But I love doing it because it gives me an excuse to stitch, right? Presents give you an excuse to stitch. It gives you a timeline. The pressure's on. And then when you finish, it feels so good. It feels so good, especially when it's a very creative finish. I love it so much. Piling on top of that, I'll just give you a little hint. Kari and I are working on a February release. And back before like babies were announced, I said, hey, I have winter break off. Let me stitch the February release. February release should be released in like January, so you have enough time to stitch it for Valentine's Day. But so this is what I have on my plate. I got 3 babies on the way. Me personally, no babies, but 3 babies for other people. I've got the model stitch that I should have, but I want to stitch it. It's gonna be cute. So that's my plans. Boy. Can I show you my one piece of haul? This is, actually, this goes with what we were talking about. This is Jasmine custom bags. Can we do it? No, we cannot. We cannot. Oh, of course, the link is already below. This is Jen. Jen is from Quebec, I believe. A Canadian, a fellow Canadian. Okay, so I bought a bag for my mom. And of course I had to buy something for myself. This is the fabric. This is the William Morris fabric that I bought for my mom. And I said, hey Jen, you got some left over? Make me a bag. And she's like, yes, I do. And it's so wonderful. I got to choose the leather. I got to choose the inside. It's got like, it's a nice X texture. I chose the fittings, like brass or whatever. And it's just, treat yourself to one of these. Look, I know sometimes Christmas families don't talk about what we actually want for Christmas, and you get some stuff and you're like, oh, thanks, I guess. Because they like one time you said that you liked sharks, and so now you get a pair of shark socks every year. And you do like sharks, but not enough to have like 10 pairs of shark socks. Get yourself that you really want. Buy yourself one of these in the new year. You will not regret it. It's my favorite bag. Um, and oh, just I'm gonna put my William Morris book, one of my many William Morris books in here. Natty kitted me up the Strawberry Thief pillow. So you're gonna put everything in here. This is gonna be my Christmas start. I don't need a Christmas start because I have baby things to stitch and I have a models to stitch. But no. I'm also gonna start something on the 25th. I don't. Why? Do not know. Because of this bag, because it's so pretty and I want to put something in it. That's why. That's all. That's why. I also have a New Year start planned. It's not here yet. I'll show it to you when it gets here. Actually, I bought two. That's not true. I bought two New Year starts because I bought one from Etsy and one from Traditional Stitches. I first bought something from Traditional Stitches. I love them, but they're on their own time schedule. I appreciate them and love them. And no, it won't get to my mailbox on, on an Amazon schedule. So I bought that and like, I better buy a backup. So I bought two. If they both get here, will I start them both? Maybe. I need to stitch the model. I need to stitch the babies. This is a real. Hey, good thing we're gonna like be in COVID lockdown quarantine for a while, huh? Because I got a lot to do. The bad thing is, my province just never will cancel school. I've got a bone to pick about that. All my students, I asked them, oh, are you going anywhere for holidays? And I was hoping not. And they said, yeah, we're going Whistler, or we're going skiing, or we're going back home. We're flying back home. Anyway, that's all I have for you. My dog isn't barking. Is there anything I need to talk about before we do the end stuff? Yes, I do. Oh, we hit over 1,000 subscribers. That's amazing. Thank you very much. It just happened. I think it was the whip parade. You like something short and sweet. You like me just talking about. I appreciated that. That was wonderful. So my next snail mail club, the one that I do, I'm gonna give away as part of my 1,000 subscriber, like as a thank you, the next snail mail club, the one I do today, I'm gonna send you all of my patterns, all of them. So all the patterns that Kari and I have done, that is, Trans Pride Tapestry, Little Hexes, Hex Hotel, Krampus Sampler. We have a secret coming in the new year. So maybe that one. And yeah, maybe that one. Not the February one because I'm still working on it. All those. I'll send the person who wins my snail mail club I'll send that as a thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Wow, we're here. Does that mean I'm like a Flosstube influencer? What does that mean? Does that mean like I can walk into an L&S store and be like, hey, and they'll know me? They wouldn't. No one knows me. Any other things? So thank you for that. What else? Speaking of LNS, I got into Acorns Gathering, the LNS store, Acorns and Threads in Portland, Oregon. A place where I've probably driven by a dozen times but have never gone in. Michelle, Dees20Stitches, informed me that there is a McMinimans pub right next door, and I'm a McMinimans passport holder. If you know, then you know. Uh, the Pacific Northwesterners are like, yes, McMinimans. I've probably drank at that bar and eaten my tater tots there and never have gone into the why. Do not know. Anyway, they're having a virtual gathering, which if you're having a gathering of people and A, it's not required masks, or B, you don't require vaccinations, and you're just having a gathering. Anyway, Acorns and Threads is doing it online, so it's COVID safe. I appreciate it. I can do it from across the border. I'm so excited. I think that's January 30th. What does it entail? Have no idea. I bought a kit. What is the kit? Do not know. Is it going to be my taste? I just want to participate. I want to be in. Now that I'm a Flosstube influencer, because I have 1,000 people who subscribe, I have obligations. I can't promise I won't put on that character again. So that's fun. That's something coming up. I'm really excited. I'm sure in the new year I'll have a lot of new stuff, because my Christmas list was mostly hobby stuff. Yeah, mostly hobby stuff. I also bought myself a Lowry stand for my birthday. I don't know when that's coming. Who knows? It's coming. It's teal. I bought myself the colored one. Because again, influencer. I hope you know I'm being facetious. What else? I think that's it. Let me do the snail mail club. Oh! Before we do snail mail club, I want to do a little bit of education. Every Flosstube I do a little bit of education, from a trans rights advocate to you, to your home. And one thing I want to talk about as a part of an education situation is a lot of people are gathering for holidays, and maybe they're gathering with your large greater family, and maybe you might have a person in your larger family scope who is trans, and maybe they're younger, because younger people now have the vocabulary to come out and identify themselves better than we did. Like when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s, we didn't have the term non-binary in our vocabulary. And also, like, I had never heard of trans men or trans mass people in the 90s. So I didn't have that vocabulary to know what I was. But now kids growing up have that vocabulary. So when they have those feelings inside them, they're like, oh my God, like I have a piece of vocabulary to match how I feel. So there's more younger people who are comfortable being able to name who they are, which is great, which is so good. So anyway, in your extended family, you may have a trans person in there, or a queer person, gender queer, gender non-conforming, etc., etc. You might have a rainbow coming to your family. I have some tips for you, an ally. If you have a trans person in your family, number one, I would ask them, and you're on a good basis, right? You're on a good basis. I would ask them, let's go back. You know they're trans. I would ask them, hey, who else knows you're trans? And or Are you out to everyone in the family? That's really important. Because here's the thing, they may be trans on their social media, but they might not be trans with grandma. Because they don't want to explain to grandma what being trans means. A lot of trans people aren't out to their entire family. So before you get this gathering, and before you're like, I'm gonna be a good ally, I'm gonna use their pronouns. That's awesome, but make sure to check that you're not outing them accidentally. So number one, check in with them. Say, okay, who are you out with? Is it okay? Like, do you want me to use the pronouns you want? Or like have that conversation with them. Have a conversation with them. What name would you like me to use? What pronouns would you like me to use? Who would you like me to use those around? So if grandma's in the room, what pronouns should I use for you? What name should I use for you? When grandma's out, like what pronouns? What name? This is important. Not everyone is 100% out of the closet. So it's really, really important. I know you want to be a good ally and use the pronouns that they want, but check first. Please, 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 please. And okay, so you checked in. They're like, hey, yes, I'm out with everyone. And these are my pronouns. This is the name I use. As soon as they give you the go ahead, if anyone misgenders them or uses their dead name, meaning their old name that they don't use anymore, go ahead, like correct it. And don't make a big deal about it. So if grandma's like, oh yeah, she did this, just like, oh, they, or oh, he. And if you have to take grandma aside and take a bullet and explain to grandma what being trans is, do it. But again, get permission from the trans person first. Right? It's really important. I know you want to be an ally, like you're like, I'm going to use the right pronouns. I know. Ask first. Because again, not everyone is out 100%. That's my little bit of holiday, vacation, family gathering education for you. Talk to your trans family member and make sure it's okay. Say, what can I do for you? I love it. That's what it is. I love it. That's my little piece of education. Again, if you ever learn something, or even if you have a question, and you DM me, I have a Ko-fi link, a Buy Me a Coffee link. I am an educator by trade. This is my job. And so if you do have a piece of information that you're like, hey, I used a piece of information that Dee told me about, I love a coffee. I did get to so many people. Like I mentioned before, I did a education piece on Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, and transphobia over in my stories in Instagram. And so many people learned something and used my information that I was able to donate a big chunk to mermaids.uk, which is a trans affirming charity in the UK, where they need it the most right now, to help especially trans kids get gender affirming education, get HRT hormones, get gender affirming surgery, which is really hard in the UK right now. They're wonderful. I'll link them below. That sounded like a crow was in the house, y'all. What's going on? Anyway, if you learn something, buy me a coffee. It helps me. I don't know why there's a crow in the house. It sounds like there's a crow in the house. I think that's a sign for me to get going. Let's do Snail Mail Club. Every month, I choose one person who has made a comment in the last Flosstube video, and as long as they A, are a subscriber, and B, have filled out my Snail Mail Club Google form, which is below. I'll choose one comment, and as long as they're a subscriber and filled out that form, then they get something in the mail. And since I'm celebrating 1,000 subscribers, they get all of my patterns in the mail. I may have to send it in 2 packages because it's a lot. Anyway, so the person, I'm going to choose random comment generator. And the winner, Tile Road Joe G. There we are. I missed your birthday by a day, so here's a belated bird flip. Oh, they flip you the bird. Love it. And I'm just making sure you are a subscriber. Yeah. Yeah, you are. And you filled out my form. Thank you very much. So you will be getting a, oh, I'm going to check pronouns. Yes, she is going to be getting a little big thing full of pie patterns. I hope you don't have any of them. Well, I hope you do have them, but this will be paper and I'll sign them and put a little message for you. So, thank you very much. So that's it. I'll see you in the new year. I hope. I'll see you in the new year. Take this time. It's really stressful. Take this time to do whatever the hell you want, as long as it is safe for you and your family and whoever you are with. So that means if all day you want to play video games, or all day you want to stitch, or all day you want to read, or you just want to stay in bed, or you want to eat like 5 burgers, to go for it. Just go for it, because this is our rejuvenation time, right? From being burnt out all the time with capitalism and work. Anyway, I love you very much. I'm very proud of you. Your Stitch Dad is very proud of you, and I hope that you are going out there and doing good in the world. That's what I hope. Okay, I love you and I'm proud of you. Bye.